Welcome.
Hi, thank you. We've been talking a lot about companies that may have kind of a select product line that fits within the sustainability context, or maybe companies that are kind of trying to remake themselves through branding into kind of a sustainability, have a sustainability cachet. What about companies that are more focused on having sustainability at the core of their business? I'm curious, you kind of mentioned something interesting about Unilever, which maybe fits into the former category about, talking about how they might advertise about taking shorter showers, and that could be a really, have a big impact on the sustainability of the product. Have you seen any really interesting, innovative branding communications out there for maybe some of the companies that are really driven by core sustainability principles?
Who'd like to tackle that one? Aron, Cramer?
Let me start with the first part of your question, which I think is interesting, and it makes me think of Marks & Spencer, which is a big UK-based retailer, and they talk about this as actions below the line and above the line. And I think that's really simple and really smart, because there are a lot of things that they do below the line, the production process, the logistics process, that no consumer ever sees, no consumer ever cares about, but actually has a huge impact on things. And then there's above the line. What is your purchasing decision, how do you use the product, and so on. So I think that's a really smart way to think about it. And every company can do things below the line, including B2B companies. And that's where there's a lot of progress to be made, separate and apart from the complexities of consumer behavior and marketing and so on. So the best companies think about both of those things. And if they do both of those things well, then they're really onto something.
And below the line, a lot of times they're thinking about their employees. They want their employees to like where they work, to think they're a good corporate citizen, they're working for a good company, right? There's some employee pressure and serving that constituency.
Well, one other just point on companies or brands that are doing an interesting job with sustainability. Tesla's an interesting company in that they're making electric cars here in the Bay Area. But Elon Musk, the head of the company who started it, I mean, I think the way he frames it is I'm not in the business of making a great electric vehicle. I'm in the business of making a great vehicle that happens to take advantage of electric and battery technology. And I think that that's sort of a trend, as I see it, for the brands that are communicating well. They're sort of stepping away from the green first and really, trying to be the best they can be, across the board. It's not about just being a green company or a sustainable company. It's actually coming at it from a different angle and saying, hey, we want to be the best, period, and we'll use the technologies and the ways to get there. And so it's almost not a question of who's doing it, the sustainability marketing best. It's who's doing the product and the development of the business best.